Hello, my sweet friends. Today we are going to talk about how well do you know yourself. Not about what your favorite color is or what your favorite subject is or whatever when you were in school, but like how well do you really, really know yourself. Came across, they say there are 5 foolproof ways for you to get to know yourself. So we're going to go over some of those. So the first thing is if you shouldn't deny who you are in front of anybody. If you do that, you should stop it immediately because you are who you are, and the sooner that you learn to accept that and everybody else accepts that, the so much easier life is going to be. I promise. Coming from somebody who has who hid for like a super long time in this little shell because I was too shy. I was too shy to even ask my aunts for like a glass of water when I would go over and stay the night with my cousins. Like, that is ridiculous. So, don't be like that. Don't deny who you really are in front of people just to impress other people. Don't do that. I want you to really take this time while you're in this group to really get to know yourself. Because knowing yourself, it goes beyond, like I said, knowing your favorite color or what your favorite subject is. I mean, it's knowing yourself means more like what's respecting your core values, respecting your beliefs, respecting no, or actually understanding your passions, your fears, your dreams, and actually your relationships with other people also. So we're going to go over these few ways of how to get to know yourself. The first one is get to know your personality. How are you when you are with your friends, and how are you whenever you're with your family? Are you the same person? Or do you kind of put on a front whenever you're with your family because you really don't want them to know that you could totally down a bottle of wine? That I can kind of understand, but no, seriously, like, don't act two different ways whenever. Be yourself, be who you are. I know when I was younger, I was terrified to talk to my Granny Stevens. Like, she just came off to me as somebody who was like a no nonsense person. And I realized that after I had Angelina and I got older, that we actually were a lot alike. And Granny she did have a no nonsense about attitude about things, which is a good thing, but it wasn't like as intimidating as I made it seem. So as soon as I opened up to her and actually showed her who I was, instead of this shy little kid, I mean, our relationship grew and I became super close to my granny. So get to know your personality. Like, what are your characteristic traits? Who are you among friends? Who are you when you're with your family? Like, how do you portray yourself to the outside world? Get to know that. Find that out. Get to know who you are. Get to know your core values is another one. Don't compromise when it comes to your core values. There's a lot of core values that you can name out there, but I have to say that a core value that I just do not compromise on is honesty. If you're not an honest person, we cannot hang at all. Like, I've had a lot of people tell me that sometimes people don't like me maybe because I'm too honest. I would rather have somebody around me who's going to be honest with me than somebody who's going to lie to my face just to save my feelings. Because if you think about it, in the end, you're actually just hurting that person's feelings or hurting them even more by, lying to them. So, I mean, some other core values could be like, is it honesty, integrity, security, or flexibility, loyalty, responsibility, trustworthy, things like that. Get to know your core values. Don't compromise on them because those are your core values. Nobody else's. They're yours. The third one is get to know your body. And we've been talking about this one a lot in the group too. Getting to know your body as far as like, do something that challenges you. instead of saying like my body can't do this or my body type won't do that without ever even trying a physical challenge. How do you know? You've never actually tried it before. You keep saying that it won't do that, but you don't really know. I mean, it's not like if you haven't ever worked out, you're not going to probably be able to go and like deadlift like 350 pounds. But I mean, that's a bit extreme. But I mean, your body can do amazing things, and that is your holy temple. Like, it's your only body that you have, it's the only thing that you have to live in. So it says right here that take the time to become truly intimate with the loveliest temple on earth, your own body. So get to know that body, ladies. Number 4, get to know your dreams. I'm not going to get too much into this one because this is actually what we're going to be talking about tomorrow, our dreams. But for today, like, get to know your dreams, because don't settle for your dreams, and don't let anybody tell you that your dreams are stupid or you can never accomplish that, because you could do anything that you freaking want to do. Your dreams matter. Your dreams, they help you build the life that you are proud to be living. So, I mean, make them a part of your daily habits. Take them seriously, work at them, and don't let what other people say about them affect you at all, because those are your dreams and you can accomplish them just the same as you see somebody else out there who's doing whatever it is that you're wanting to do. If they can do it, so can you. So don't let people tell you that you can't, but get to know those dreams. The last one is get to know your likes and dislikes. What you like is just as important as what you don't like. So let's see. There was one on here I wanted to share with y'all. Oh yeah. You know how I thought that this was only whenever I was younger, but obviously I've come across it also being older. Now I just don't care. But like the cool crowd, like, oh, what's cool, what's in, everybody else is doing it, so you should too. No, that's not always the case. If you don't like something, then don't do it. And I had a girl tell me one time in high school that it was actually a really close friend of mine. And I was kind of butthurt about it at first, but the older I got, it has always stuck with me. And now I realize, well, what she told me was, she's like, you have really ugly clothes. I was like, well, that's kind of freaking rude. But it's not, my clothes weren't ugly. Like, she was very girly, like, into the heels, the matching earrings, the necklaces, and anybody who knows you knows that's not me. I am a nice shirt, jeans, flip-flops type of girl, maybe some cute sandals if I have some. I can't do the heels. I get hurt, and people get hurt when I wear heels. It's not in my nature. And it's not that my clothes weren't ugly. They weren't her style. She could have worded it a little bit differently, but when you're young like that, you just you don't really think before you speak a lot as you do as an adult. But now I don't take it to heart. I actually make fun of her, or I mention it to her, and I was like, remember when you told me that my clothes were ugly? But yeah, I mean, get to know what your likes and dislikes are. Just because somebody else doesn't like it, it doesn't mean that it's something that you shouldn't like doing, or, tap into the well of your happiness and beyond. What makes you happy? What makes you laugh so hard until snot comes out your nose? I mean, find out what you like. Find out what you don't like. And, stick to it. Don't try to change to be somebody else to impress other people. Really get to know yourself. I mean, like, if you can sit back and if there is nothing that you really know about yourself, like, if you sit back and actually think about it, do you have any hobbies? I mean, what do you like to do for fun? What do you like to do for you? And going to work cannot be one of them, to get away from the kids. That's not something for fun. Really, nobody really likes going to work. I mean, some people do, but you get what I'm saying. And so I have to close with my quote. I found this quote. I cannot pronounce the name of the person who said it, so I'm probably going to murder it, but I'm going to go for it anyway. The quote is, "The day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom." And it is from Anais Nin. I don't know how accurate that is. But I thought that was a really good quote. The day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. So what you ladies are going to work on doing is blossoming. Blossoming. I don't even know if that's a word. Blossoming. Blossom into the woman that you were meant to be. And then tomorrow we're going to pick up and talk about those dreams. So be prepared for that. I hope you guys are having a really great Tuesday. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.